Hello and welcome everyone to something different, an E3 discussion. We never do these because we don't really watch the E3, but I decided to do it this time. So joining me today is none other than Jamie and our guest, VideoGameStupid.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so alright, E3 2018. We gotta get the nitty gritty. We gotta get the bad out first, so we can move on with the good question mark. EA, right? So since I'm the only one who really watched the conference, I'm just gonna briefly talk about it. It was bad, like you expect it to be bad, and I kind of felt bad for EA only because literally you could tell no one cared. Literally no fun laughs, no claps, no nothing. Whenever the camera panned on the audience, most of the audience had the most deadpan, just I don't give a f, why am I here type of face. Like, the venue was small, there was hardly anyone there. It was just a mess. The woman, the presenter, she was no offense to the woman, she was clearly a tryhard. She was really trying to push things. She was saying very awkward things. Like, I think at one point when she was talking to this guy who's going to be doing a Star Wars game, she was like, "Oh, so I'm gonna if I'm playing a Jedi, am I gonna be able to hold a lightsaber?" And it's like, oh. Whether she was just doing it as a joke, it was still very bad. It was cheesy. It was like, oh no. So yeah, that was all over the place. It was a really bad conference. The only good thing, I guess, quote unquote, is that they quote unquote say that they're stopping loot boxes now, quote unquote. So it's like, yay, redeemed, but not really. But anyway, alright, so we'll briefly go through the games, nothing too boring. So I think the first game was FIFA 2019. Does anyone care about FIFA 2019?
Are you serious? Soccer games? They showed at E3?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's EA. It's EA, mate. They do that every year. It's EA.
EA sucks balls.
And plus because but the World Cup is on, and they're doing it for celebration of World Cup. Oh my god. I don't care about football personally, so yeah, I don't care about football games either, so whatever. Great for those who care, I guess, but anyway, I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said about that. Moving on. There isn't really much to say about this either, but one of the developers talked about a possible new Star Wars game called Jedi: The Fallen Order. I haven't played many Star Wars games personally, even though I like the films. I've only played a few, and they were alright, but I'm not really a hardcore Star Wars fan. So I mean, I guess it's cool, but again, nothing was shown, so it's what can you really say about something? Yeah, there's nothing to really go for. We only know that apparently it's going to be between episode 3 and 4, and apparently it's going to be a dark time. Star Wars is never a dark time. Yeah, fun times.
Always dark.
So, moving on to a game that we did see, not Battlefront 2. In other words, Battlefront 2. So, I don't know what happened with Battlefront 2, but apparently last time it was meant to be a Battlefront 2, but it wasn't, and it was bad, and people moaned about it. And so they basically, started again, and this is, new Battlefront 2, and they basically were like, yeah, so we kind of messed up last time. Let's try again. So, yay. Again, people seem to like the Battlefront games, so there you go. That's Star Wars Battlefront, by the way. And it's oh, you can play as Obi-Wan and Anakin now. Yay. And General Grievous is the enemy, and the best yet, Han Solo from the movie Han Solo. And I haven't watched the film, but a lot of people apparently don't particularly like that film, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen
7?
it. No, Han Solo, the Solo movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot that existed.
Right? They're just chucking out Star Wars films like nothing nowadays, man. Just like
Rogue Squadron. Ugh.
uh, I heard Rogue One was good, but I
I
haven't
fell
watched it
asleep
either.
watching it.
Oh
I
dear.
fell asleep.
To each their own, I suppose. But all right, moving on from Star Wars. A game I've not played, but I heard it's somewhat good. A platformer game, 2D platformer game, Unravel 2. I've not played the first one. Apparently, you play as like yarn.
Ball yarn, yeah.
Yeah, like a ball of yarn is an interesting type of thing. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of sort of like that Yoshi's Woolly World game, and
Yeah, I was speaking of
it kind of reminds me also of Little Big Planet, the way they look and stuff, because they're all like
Oh,
sort of
right,
knitted and stuff. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I mean, neat, I suppose. I've never played Unravel, so I mean, it's kind of like you can, well, they even literally say you can literally co-op with yourself. That sounds very awkward. Or as they say, you can play with yourself.
digital
Take
form.
take that as you will. But you can even become one. I'm not even kidding. I cannot make this up. You literally combine the two characters together, and then you can like split apart, and you can do like different rope tricks. Rope tricks, yeah. I mean, it looks neat. Don't know whether I'll check it out. I don't know, maybe. But put it this way, I was more interested in that than anything else before it. So, you know, Unravel 2 gets my seal of approval. Right, the next one, which, again, there's not really much to talk about, but I know you're interested in this, Jamie. Sea of Solitude.
Yeah, I thought that looks pretty decent.
Yeah, so what we know, which isn't much, is that, well, basically the woman, bless her, she was nervous, heck, but it seems to be sort of similar to, or based on her problems that she's dealt with in the past, and, like, her issues she sees as, like, dark figures, monsters. It's one of those emotional trip type of things where it's like the character's got emotional problems, and how her, I guess, like, her problems look like is basically she looks like she's just in this world where it's literally just a sea of nothing and monsters everywhere that she's trying to battle. It is an interesting type of thing. Again, there wasn't much to see. Looks like to be a platformer, like a survival platformer, 3D survival platformer. I'll keep an eye on it, but again, there wasn't really much. It was just kind of like, here you go, this is a new thing. Hope you like it, and yeah. You guys got any thoughts on Sea of Solitude?
They should change the title. It sounds like Sea of Thieves. I thought it was a sequel. I thought you were gonna say it was a sequel to Sea of Thieves for a second. I didn't know what it was about until you mentioned it. I'm like, whoa.
Can I just say, this E3 conference, right, was literally ships. Like, I swear there was ships in almost every bloody conference. What is this, the year of ships? I don't...
And FPSs.
Well, that's like that every year, isn't it? Like,
Unfortunately.
but, yeah, there was definitely a lot of it. But there was one possible good FPS, and this is coming from somebody who don't care about FPS, but I will get into that a little bit later when we move on to that conference. But yeah, Sea of Solitude, SOS, I'll keep an eye on it. So yeah. The next game, which I'm sure we all care about, Madden. Yay! Alright, so I'm not going to talk much about Madden, but what I will say is that the presentation for it was incredibly awkward and cheesy. Literally, I think they got a bunch of apparently professional Madden players on the stage, and they had like this very scripted and awkward banter talk between the two, and they acted like people knew who they were. I didn't know who they were. I was like, who the heck are these these random fucking peeps? And they're like, oh yeah, Madden and professional and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna knock people who do that, but like, god, that was so bad. Like, so bad. If you're gonna sell a game, bloody hell, don't do that. That was awful. Like, that was cringe awful. I was like, please just get off the stage and move on. Like, it was... Woo! It was bad. It was bad. But hey, you like sports? I don't. Let's move on. Alright, so we got Command and Conquer. Here's another cringe one for you, at least the presentation wise. Mobile strategy game. You were saying about this earlier, Jamie. So you've played a Command and Conquer game, then I assume.
Yeah, that wasn't Command and Conquer.
Right.
Say that.
Tell me about Command and Conquer then, briefly.
Well, like Command and Conquer is a real-time strategy where you, like StarCraft.
Yeah.
It's like that where you build like units in a base, and it's you versus other people trying to like take out their base and shit and gather resources.
Mm.
And there's actual strategy to it, whereas that shit are just trash. It's basically a shitty mobile game.
Oh, mobile.
Yep.
Mobile is the generation, man.
Let me just stop that shit.
Oh, they ain't stopping that anytime soon. Mobile games is like the new thing these days, man.
Oh no.
Is Fortnite on mobile yet? Because if it isn't, it will be.
It's on iOS, but it's not yet released on Android. I think it's
Close enough. Close enough. See?
It'll get there soon.
Yeah, close enough. But the point is, yeah, man, just like, I don't know. I don't really play much mobile games, but there you go. Yeah, the presentation was not good. Again, apparently they hired some so-called popular streamers that I've never heard of, probably because I don't care about the type of games. So it's like,
Oh, great.
here you go, let's have some scripted guys. Honestly, didn't even look like the guy was playing the game. It looked like it was being played for him. I don't know. It was bad. No one cared. They tried to hype it up, but literally every time they introduced a new player, there was literally like no claps. It was dead.
Good.
No, like it was bad. I'm sorry. Just no one. It was bad. It was bad. Like, hey, it might be a good game, but just EA, man, just no one cared, and that's the thing. Like that, they've only got themselves to blame. That's all I can say. But mobile strategy game, sure, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. I think this is the final thing, and that is Anthem. Well, I like to call. Let's jump in Iron Man suits and fly everywhere. And I saw this last year and thought, hey, that might be fun. Now I'm not too sure. It's obviously a shooter, and I don't really care about shooters. Again, no shooters everywhere. It's not really my type of thing.
Basically looks like Destiny with mechs.
A lot of people were saying that. A lot of people are saying that this basically just looks
so much just like Destiny.
Yeah.
Doesn't Destiny already have mechs though? I don't play it, but that's what it looks like.
I know. I've like played a bit of Destiny. I can't remember there being mechs in it. They got like suits on and shit, but
Yeah, close enough for me.
That's what I was going to say. Close enough. But yeah, a lot of people were just saying like it looked good at first, but now it just kind of looks like other games.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, sucks to be them, I guess. Who knows? It might be a good game, but I've lost interest, honestly. So, yeah. Well, that's EA. We got the nitty gritty out of the way. All right. On to Microsoft, which, again, I don't really play Microsoft games. I don't have any Microsoft consoles myself. Nothing against people who like Xbox or whatever. But I have to say, and this is again coming from someone who don't really care much for Microsoft, the conference was probably the best conference in the entire V3. The way it was presented, the way it kept flowing the games, kept showing the games, it showed a lot of new, a lot of good things were shown in Xbox's conference, which could have easily been shown in elsewhere, but it wasn't. It was shown in Xbox's conference. They were literally on ball. Everyone was cheering. It was a good conference. I might not care for a lot of the games, but I couldn't deny it was well presented. Like the best well presented conference. If they haven't won E3, I'd be surprised. I'll be honestly surprised. So I'll give that for Microsoft. Like, they had a good, strong conference. They even got me to think that. So they must have done something right. That's all I can say. So moving on to the first game, Halo. A lot of people were happy about that. Halo fans. Halo Infinite got announced.
What is this, Halo 8 or something now? Halo 9?
6, I think.
I have no idea.
Jesus.
I've only
Something
played
like
about
that.
the first.
Yeah. What did you think of the first game?
Nah, it's decent enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever completed it though.
Mm.
Yeah, I played it quite a few years ago now.
Yeah.
Mine-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying I wouldn't mind revisiting it one day, seeing if it still holds up. But most of them are just on console, so I doubt I'll ever play them.
Yeah. See, again, it's one of those things where it's not really my type of game, but apparently people that liked Halo, were happy that Master Chief is coming back. So, again, good for them. Like, to me, again, I don't really care about Halo, but that was a good way to start conference. Like, let's just drop one of their more popular, I guess, FPS exclusive games that people have been wanting. So I can't even deny that was a good call on Microsoft conferences on their part, really. So moving on. Again, another 2D platform I have not played, but I hear good things. A sequel, Ori 2. Sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. Again, I've seen it. I've not played it, so I have no idea how good it is.
Yeah, I haven't played it either.
No. What about you, VideoGameStupid? You ever heard of Ori?
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
It looks like a charming game. You're like playing as like this glowing light creature thing. 2D platform. It looks like you can fight sort of thing. Again, it looks like a charming type of game, but I never played for it. Maybe one day I'll try Ori. But yeah, people seem to be happy about that. Now, the one game, at least so far, that I am interested in is Dark Souls, but with samurais. Sekiro, the game called Sekiro. Of course, that just made me want Onimusha to come back, but I know it's never going to come back.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, bring that game back.
Can I just say once again? So we got ships the E3 conference. We got samurais the E3 conference. Like, what is going on? What is
ships, samurais, and shooters? The free S's.
Yeah. What Okay. Yeah. It's a shame. There was some platforms, but there are a lack of platforms compared to last year. But anyway, so back to Sekiro. Same team that made Dark Souls, and it literally is like just Dark Souls with samurais from what I could see. I'll give it a go one day if I can get it, because I've not played Dark Souls. I do want to play Dark Souls at some point. Of course, you got the remaster now, so people can play that. And I'm a sucker for samurai games. I really need to play more. So at that, just for that merit, I kind of am interested in it. So yeah. What about you guys? Any interest in Sekiro?
Yes, that's by FromSoft, so any game by them I'm always interested in.
What about you, BGS?
Not really as much. I mean, never played Dark Souls, and it just kind of looks like Neo, which I kind of like, but I haven't gotten that yet.
Ah, gotcha. It's funny you say that. We'll talk about Neo a bit later, but yeah, I'm interested, but we'll see. There is another Japanese samurai game that I am a bit more interested in, though, but we'll get to that. So next up is the first-person shooter Fallout 76. I have not played a single Fallout game, so once again, I have no interest. What about you guys? You ever played a Fallout game?
Yeah, I quite like Fallout. This one is sounding a bit meh with what they're doing with it, but I'll still play it, see what it's like.
Yeah. What about you, BGS?
Nope, I'm proud to say I've never played a single one either, because it just doesn't interest me. It's like, I don't know,
Well, there you go.
first-person shooter, RPG.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, people didn't seem too crazy about it, but I mean, maybe they'll be happy Fallout fans. I don't know. Not too
It's because
sure.
they're making it always online, isn't they? So
Yeah.
people are like, how is that going to affect the actual? Because
Mhm.
I play it for like, I play Fallout for the single player, like traipsing around the post-apocalypse. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know whether I'll be too chuffed with this one, or we'll see when it actually comes out.
Right, moving on to a game I don't really know what to think, but it was shown last year, I think. It has Terry Crews in it. Kind of. Crackdown 3. I don't know what to say. You're like in this like virtual. Well, I mean, all games are virtual, but it's a virtual looking world where you go around, you blow up tanks and stuff, and you go in different vehicles that can transform into other vehicles. I mean, looks just like a harmless bit of fun, I guess, just blowing up stuff. Doesn't really interest me though, as much as Terry Crews tried to sell that super hard. Does not really interest me. I mean, you can't go wrong with Terry Crews. I can't blame him for that, honestly. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. You guys got anything to add to Crackdown 3?
Never actually played a Crackdown game. Well, I've played the demo of it. That seems decent enough, but I've never actually fully played one.
Oh, sorry, Terry Crews. I think we'll be taking a big pass on that. Next one. I think I've done this in order. If I haven't done this in order, I apologize. But hopefully we'll just get through everything. That's fine. More FPSs, yay! But people seem to like this, I guess. Metro. People seem to be interested in this game. Again, I'm not a first-person shooter person, so nothing really interests me, honestly. People seem to like it though.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good.
Yeah.
I've not played the second, but
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess if people like the first game, then there you go, there's a new Metro coming out. So that's the thing. Alright, moving on to a franchise where I have been hesitant for a long time whether to get into is Kingdom Hearts. We got the trailer of Kingdom Hearts 3. The audio was kind of bad, though, on that trailer. I don't know what happened, but it was just really bad. Frozen was added. Yay. Don't really care.
Footloose loves it.
I know. So does Jamie.
I love Frozen.
Frozen. Let's go.
No.
That's actually the only reason why I'm interested in this Kingdom Hearts.
I've not played a single Kingdom Hearts game. The gameplay looks solid, but the story doesn't interest. Well, it's not even that interests me. The story just sounds so confusing that it turns me off. And I'm not really a Disney person. So I don't really care much for Disney characters. No offense. It's kind of neat, I suppose, that they've got this crossover with Final Fantasy characters, I suppose. But again, I don't know. It's just, I don't really care for the characters. It doesn't make me interested. I'm sure the game is fine. I'm sure it's a solid game in terms of gameplay. But everything else just puts me off. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll try Kingdom Hearts game. But oh man, every time I hear about it, it turns me off. It's just confusing. just confusing. Turns me off. Yeah, not on, off. I have to try harder to do that. Jesus Christ, mammy, that's a turn off right there. That's a real turn off. Oh, that's what she said. Oh, all right. And speaking of Sea of Solitude, we got Sea of Thieves. Well, DLC. I've still not played that. Well, I'm probably not gonna play that ever. But like, because I think it's Xbox exclusive. But cool, I guess. apparently people are saying Sea of Thieves is literally Sea of no content. So now they're finally getting some content. So good for them. I'm not really too bothered about pirate type games myself. But I mean, if I had to choose between that and FPS, I'd probably choose a pirate game. But I mean, like, again, it's cool that they're getting content finally. But they probably should have, I don't know, released the game with actual content. You know?
That'd
Would have
be
been a
smart.
good idea.
That'd be too smart.
You're right, that would be too smart. We need to go back. We need to go back to the old days where everything was on the disc. And there was no, like, if you fucked up, like, if a game was incomplete, it was incomplete. You could not patch it out or add DLC to fix the game or to add stuff that should have been already added into the game. We need to go back to that. I know it's not going to happen, but it was a better time then. You had everything pretty much on the disc. You know? It's not like that anymore, though. Oh, Lord. Alright, so I can't remember where this was in the conference, so I'm just going to slot this in here. I'm excited for DLC for Cuphead. Cuphead, played it, loved it. Great art style. Really loved the whole, like, old school Disney type of style there. This is coming from somebody who didn't really care much for, like, Disney stuff. So really fun game. Very challenging, but not like I want to give up challenging. More like it's frustrating enough that you just want to keep going and try again. Because it's just like, oh, I know I could do it. They've got a pattern that could do it. Really fun game. I'm glad it's getting DLC, getting new content. Looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get it. And if you guys have not tried it, I'd 100% try it. It's really fun. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of trying buying Cuphead during this Steam sale. So.
Oh yeah, do it if you can. Do it if you can.
Yeah,
100%.
I have been interested in it for a while. I just haven't gotten around to buying it.
Yeah, no, it's I'd highly recommend it. I'd highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's a running. It's kind of like a run and gun. It's like Contra, if anyone's played Contra or Gunster Heroes on the Mega Drive. It's kind of like that.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it because there is like platforming, but you also shoot. So it's like a run and gun type of thing. But it's really fun. Highly recommend it. Really good game. Got some fun references in there as well.
Hey, have you streamed it yet or anything, or like played like a Let's Play of it yet or anything?
I'm trying to think. I want to say I might have streamed it a little bit, but that was like ages ago. I do want to. Well, I said to Jamie, I did want to try and do a co-op between me and him at one point.
That'd be awesome.
We just haven't got around to doing it yet. But eventually, we'll try and sort something out. But yeah, great game. Highly recommend it if you can get it. Of course, getting DLC. So I'll briefly talk about this. So Microsoft then basically flashed its money and was like, "Oh hey, we're rich. We're gonna buy some studios." And I don't really know many of these studios. I've looked up a little bit of them just so you guys kind of know what they do. I think the only new one is the Initiative. I don't know what they do. Apparently they've done stuff, but apparently there is a new studio. So they bought that. You've also got Undead Labs, who make survival games like zombies and stuff. So yeah, like that type of stuff. Playground Games equals Forza. I don't care. Ninja Theory.
That I'm disappointed by, to be honest.
Fuck
DMC reboot. Heavenly
Fuck
Sword.
DMC.
Hellblade. Yeah, Microsoft have bought Ninja Theory. Some people a lot of people cheered, right? But I know there's also been some upset with that and stuff. So I don't know. I've not played the reboot of DMC, so
Fuck DMC.
I don't know. I don't
They're
know.
probably cheering because Microsoft got a shitty company and the company's gonna go down or something, or PS4 is gonna be better or something like that. That's why they cheered.
Yeah.
They weren't cheering because Ninja Theory's good. I can tell you that.
So and the last one they did was Compulsion Games, which was basically the company that are making the new game We Happy Few. the very odd type game, which kind of looks like Borderlands, I guess. Graphics wise, it kind of reminds me of Borderlands. I've not played Borderlands, but I've seen what it looks like. Yeah, very odd game. I don't know what to think about it, but apparently like people go crazy and stuff in that, and yeah, not sure. We didn't really see much. We didn't see any gameplay, so there's not really much to say. But it's one of those weirdish type of games. There's not really much to talk about. I guess briefly, because I kind of forgot about this, although I mentioned it. Forza racing games. Well, not racing games. Can I really call this a racing game? No. It's, what would you even call this? Just a car game? It kind of is a racing game, but they imply it to be like, oh, hey, let's just go for a drive. And that just makes me think, well, yeah, why don't I just go in an actual car in real life and drive? That's just how I see it personally. But, you know, if you like car games where you can just go around and drive in different environments, sure, I guess. I don't really get it personally, but there you go. Do you guys have anything to add?
So it's basically that Sega racing game that came out back in the day, whatever it's called.
What, Sonic R?
No,
Sonic
no,
Drift?
it's like an actual. No, not Sonic. Sega racing game. It came out in arcade, whatever it's called.
I have no idea.
Daytona USA. Daytona USA.
Oh, I've not played that. So I have no idea. I'm like, what? I was like,
No,
I've never
Outrun.
played it.
Outrun.
oh, Outrun. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. I know what that is. Yeah, I suppose it kind of is like that. But a lot of people seem to like Outrun. But there you go. To each their own. So we saw Battlefield 5. I don't care personally. Yay, I guess. I don't know. People didn't seem to be too bothered about this either. There's another Battlefield in the series, so good for them. Something I know that you are probably interested in, VideoGameStupid, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Yes, dude. Yes, it's about time because when I did that Let's Play a long time ago, it was just like the crappy American version, and they had like all the content cut out from the Japanese PS3 version, like the extra character, extra secret or special, whatever it's called, super arts or whatever and stuff. There's extra story content. There's like a bunch of extra stuff in there that we're finally getting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm definitely interested because I've played Tales of Vesperia and I really like that, and I really liked watching your Let's Play back in the day, and that got me interested in playing the game. So Tales games really fun, really fun RPGs. And at first I thought it was exclusive, but no, it's being ported to everything, and I'm pretty certain that it is including the Switch. So you can play this new definitive version on the PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch. So that's cool. I can actually play it now. So yeah, I'm hyped for that. I'm definitely hyped for that. So that's cool, and you know, we finally get the full version of the game. I do hate that sometimes when ports kind of get like, well, half ported, I guess, because they're like they kind of just shave off content. I'm not sure what the reason and why or what happened, but
You're like, screw America, screw Europe, screw the rest of the world. Japan's best.
it's just
That's the reason.
let's just move over to Japan.
Yeah.
Oh man, I do want to go there one day, like on like a trip or something. That would be neat. That would be cool. But yeah, really cool. Highly recommend Tales of Games if you're into RPGs. And it's cool that Vesperia is finally getting the full version, and you can play it on literally everything now. Moving on to something I don't care for, PUBG. Players Underground, or whatever. Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
Not Fortnite. Players Underground.
I don't know what the hell. I don't even know what the hell that is.
You just need to know it's like a battle royale, a survival battle royale. That's all you need to know. You know what? You've seen Fortnite, right?
Yes.
It's basically
fortunately.
it was that before Fortnite. That's what it is. It's basically that before Fortnite. And now Fortnite is taking over, so no one really cares. Now I know you've played it, Jamie, PUBG.
Yeah.
I mean, technically I did play it when we went to the con. Do you still play PUBG, or have you just
I
like?
haven't played it in like 4 months or more.
See, that's what I mean, and it's like
I just started playing Fortnite instead.
yeah, that's the thing. Fortnite is the better game from what I hear. So it's
Yeah.
like, and it's free. Like PUBG isn't. So sucks to be them, I guess. Like, what's the point of playing a game when you just play something that's free, and people seem to prefer that? Like, that's the crazy thing about it. That's why Fortnite is doing so well, I suppose. As much as I wish it would go away, it's not, I guess. Moving on to another game I don't care for, The Division 2.
Was this FPS or something?
Yeah, another FPS. There was the first Division game. I've never played it. Have you played Division, Jamie, before?
No, I've not played it.
No. Any
It
other?
didn't really interest me.
No other thoughts?
Not really. Just looks like the same old from the previous one.
Yeah, the trailer didn't look very good. You could tell, like, it felt like a very bad forced recording, like the way they were talking and stuff. It was
Yeah,
like
they hire actors to pretend to be
That
players
was-
to make it look like it's more like the game's more fucking
That was
dynamic
bad.
than it actually is.
that was so bad. Like,
Oh wait, wasn't that really long one where they were like talking all strategically and
Yeah,
shit? the whole
yeah.
time? Oh, screw that game. That game needs to go burn in the ditch. Like, why are they gonna change it to something else? Change the channel already.
yeah,
Sick of this
that was oh god, that was bad. I mean,
Oh.
if people like the first game, sure, but that's all I have to say. Right. Okay. Anyway, moving on to something that I could never really get into the series, but you know, I feel like if people like the series, they'll be happy. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We got another Tomb Raider game.
Well, that I'm interested in.
I have not played a Lara Croft game for a very long time. I think the last one I played was like one that was like a top-down type game, which was at the convention.
Osiris.
Yeah, that interests me because it was different. I other than that, the last Tomb Raider game I played, it's over. I think Tomb Raider 3, and before that was Tomb Raider 2, and
That was a long time ago.
yeah, we're talking PlayStation 1, but like, I could never get into the game. I didn't like the controls. They were very tank controls. Like Lara was completely tank. Like she was mobile, but not like smooth mobile. You couldn't really turn around quickly. It's just like no, I wasn't very good at the games. I couldn't get into them. I tried, but I mean, hey, seems you're interested in it, Jamie. You got any thoughts on Shadow of the Tomb Raider?
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like more of the same from the previous game, so can't really fault it. I just hope it lives up to how good the other ones were.
Yeah,
Although, to
that's the
be honest,
thing.
I found the first one better than the second, to be honest. But
Okay.
hopefully that's still good. But I just found the first one, not the first Tomb Raider game. I mean the first of this reboot
Yeah.
one.
So,
First one.
sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I was just saying the first one was better, but the second one was pretty decent as well. So we'll just see how it goes. Apparently there's tombs in this one, so.
Huh. Okay. Actual tombs, you know, like the actual name. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Great. 0 out of 10. There's no triangle boobs, man. 0 out of 10. Like, we need to go back to we need to go back to the old days.
No Illuminati.
No. Sad times. But I mean, it looks good for what it is. It kind of reminds me, and this is me speculating because I've never played it. It reminds me of an Uncharted, the way it looks, the way it plays.
Yeah, they basically are.
And like people were saying, like literally, she is Nathan Drake. Tomb Raider is literally Nathan Drake. So if you like that, go. Well, you can't go play Shadow of the Tomb Raider right now, but when it comes out, go check it out. And then we get a trailer with, I think, possibly Slim Shady rapping. It sounded like
No,
him.
it wasn't. It wasn't. I just looked it up. It's someone, not a rapper.
Okay, okay.
That sounded like him though. I thought it was him. I thought it was Eminem.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was Eminem. Like, literally, it sounded like him. But I don't play skateboard games, so I have no opinion on it. The game's called Session. I guess if you like skateboarding, there you go. More skateboarding games, I suppose. I haven't played a skateboarding game since like Tony Hawk's, and I can't even remember which one that was. I find more enjoyment playing the skateboard minigame in Spyro Year the Dragon. So there you go. That's kind of like my opinion on the thing. But
Or Metal Gear Solid 2.
oh,
There's a skateboard minigame in that as well.
Alright, I've still not played Metal Gear Solid game. Maybe one day. Okay, moving on to the next one. We got a brief trailer on what seems to be an MMORPG, I think, called The Black Desert. I don't have time for MMORPGs personally, but I guess it kind of looks interesting.
Yeah, I've heard of it, not played it.
Yeah.
Like Black Desert. They've been showing trailers for that since like before E3 though on YouTube, like on ads and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
That's weird. It's an E3 game because they've been showing ads like all year.
To be fair, there were a fair few trailers and reveals for like things that we already know or have already seen at E3. So it's like more of the same, which kind of sucks, but there you go. Right, moving on to the next game. I feel like there's going to be some controversy for this one.
Wait. Is this what I think it is? Is this what I think it is?
I don't know. We'll see.
If it is, I'm gonna have to walk out. Because I can't even talk. I can't even, dude. I can't even talk about it.
You know what it is.
I know exactly what it is. I'm about to walk out.
Keep your ass back in here, all right? You're not. Stay here. It's only gonna
walk it out. Can't do it.
There's not even much to talk about. It's DMC5. We
No!
we have to mention it. We have to. Now, all right. I know you're not happy about it.
No.
All right. At least tell me this. Why are you not happy? What are you not happy about?
Exactly like DMC the reboot, and that was a piece of shit right there. Oh, let's just change Dante and make him based on the creator of the reboot, who's some ugly ass fucking stupid fat bastard.
So the main character I thought was Dante is apparently
it's Nero. It's Nero.
Yeah.
It's Nero. He loses his arm because someone who looks like Virgil apparently takes it, and some ugly fucking bitch with fucking glasses gives him a new arm or something. And she's got buck-ass teeth, and it's like, why is her teeth all messed up? And I just don't freaking care about this Devil May Cry. I'm gonna skip it. Dante appears at the end of the trailer. I don't think you saw that, but Dante appears at the end of the trailer on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And he's all like, woohoo!
Yeah, Dante is in it. If you look up the cover, it has, I think, 3 guys on the front of the cover. I don't know who the other guy is, but it's Nero, Dante,
Virgil.
and is it Virgil? Okay.
Probably, most likely.
I mean, Footloose was excited, so... But then Footloose kind of has unpopular opinions, I've noticed.
Well, I think he also likes the DMC reboot, too, and I freaking hate that shit. So.
He does. Look, I've not played it. Maybe one day I'll play it and find out what I think about it. I still need to play DMC3, to be honest. I'll get to it eventually, but, like... Yeah, I don't know. I mean... For the announcement in itself, I think it's good for DMC fans. Whether it's going to be a good game or not, we don't know yet. Just have to wait and see, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Virgil. I'm looking at it now. It's definitely Virgil.
Okay.
It's got a blue coat on the right. That's Virgil.
Okay. So yeah, DMC5 was a thing. That was a big drop for people. People were not expecting that. People went crazy for that. And yeah, may or may not be something I look forward to, I guess. We'll see. Alright, moving on to an indie game. Totally not Legend of Zelda. Tunic. I like the look of it. It's different. But it's basically you play as a fox with a green tunic. It goes around with a sword and a shield, and it's totally Legend of Zelda. It's totally Link.
So it's Fox McLink then, or Link McCloud.
Yeah, I suppose it is. That's literally what it is. I mean, sure. I mean, it's not the first time I've seen games try to base their games off of Legend of Zelda. It's just whether they do a good job or not, I suppose. You know, but it looks neat. I guess if you like Legend of Zelda, maybe worth giving that a shot, possibly. Yeah, but it's just, how could I not compare it? It is basically Link. It's Link. It's Link as a fox in a tunic. That's the best way I can describe that. So yeah. Okay, moving on to something I'm somewhat interested in: the anime crossover Jump Force. Now, I don't watch anime as much as I used to. Literally, the only ones I care about is Dragon Ball. So I see Goku and I'm like, okay, now I'm interested. Jump Force. I've not played the previous Jump games, but basically they are crossovers for, you know, Jump manga like One Piece. Jump. Yeah, Shonen Jump, One Piece, Naruto, things like that. Apparently, Death Note might be in the game because we saw a trailer. We saw a teaser at the end of someone from Death Note. Although apparently people are saying you can't play as him, which makes me wonder why he's in the game. Then I don't know. I've not watched Death Note, so I don't really understand. But either way, I mean, it's different. Jump Force has always been realistic, not anime-ish. So if you're not used to that style, that might turn you off. But it looks good, I think. Personally, as someone who only really cares for the most part for Dragon Ball. I mean, I don't mind One Piece, but like, it looks like a lot of fun. I don't know what it's going to be like though. Apparently, people said that the previous Jump Force games were fun, but got like very boring very quickly. So they couldn't like keep interest like other fighting games. So whatever they do, I guess hopefully they'll learn from previous games and not make it so people get bored early. I don't know what the reasoning was, but they just said yeah, like it was fun, but then like it just fell off the face of the earth, and people just played other games. So it's like, all right, cool though.
You know what it is? It's Dissidia. The Shonen Jump characters, because it's a free-on-free battle system like Dissidia.
Essentially. NT. Yeah, essentially. Pretty much. I don't know if that was like that for the previous Jump games, but...
No, it wasn't.
No, okay. But there you go. Anime crossover. Looks cool. Maybe I'll try it out. We'll see. Not too sure. Alright, moving on to... I don't know what to call it. I guess a survival game. Just a straight-up survival game. Dying Light 2. I've not played the first game.
Yeah, no.
Did not really interest me. There is shooting in there, but like, there's also like first-person platforming, which is very weird to me. I feel like I know. This is me personally. I feel like I'd be disorientated playing a platformer in first person when you're running around jumping off of buildings and doing things. I don't know. I just feel like I might be a bit disorientated doing that. Imagine doing that in VR. Then you'd definitely be disorientated. Like, Jesus.
Rude.
But yeah, see, it's just like one of those survival games. Kind of reminds me of Far Cry in a way. Yeah. I don't know what much else to say. Again, not really the type of game I'm interested in. Again, it seems like there's like random cults going everywhere, and they're like taking over, and then there's like a group of people that are trying to rebel and stuff, and you play as one guy, and you can decide to like go on the good side or the bad side or whatever, and then apparently at night there are a bunch of monsters and stuff. So yeah,
that's random.
Another weird game. Yeah, I don't know. I've not played Dying Light 1, so I don't really have much more to say about it. But yeah, that's the thing. And then what I think is completely random is that we get another Battletoads game. I've not played Battletoads, but yeah, that was just like, huh, alright. That's, alright. Have any of you guys played Battletoads?
No,
Yeah.
played it.
Battletoads and Double Dragon, that's what I played back in the day.
Okay, so...
Honestly, I'd rather have a remake of that game than just Battletoads by themselves, because Battletoads and Double Dragon was the shit.
Well, there you go. We get another Battletoads game, which was kind of random, but hey, it was a thing. And then I guess I'm probably not going to talk too much about this anyway. But Gears game, we're getting a new Gears game. Well, no, actually, before that, the best thing they could have shown is Gears Pop. Yeah. I loved people's reaction. Like, Microsoft has such a strong conference, and then they shoot Gears, and everyone was like, "Ah!" And then Pop, and they're like,
The book.
my God, I just loved it. It was beautiful. They, like, people are even saying, like, because they immediately after announced the new Gears. I think maybe Gears 6 or something, and people were like, they should have honestly just did Gears 6 and then ended with Gears Pop. But they did it the other way around. So people were like, what? Like, the hell is this? Like, are you serious? So that was funny.
That works better, though, because it's like, they give them something completely random, and then it's like, oh, here's a new Gears game. It's like, yeah!
Yeah, I mean, I've never played a Gears game, so I have no
It's like
opinion on it. But
getting dinner and then getting dessert right after. You don't expect dessert.
yeah, if the dinner was bad because they didn't like it.
Yeah, you get salad and crap. No one likes salad. But then you get cake, so yeah, it's all better. Wasn't this Gears like a mobile game or something, or like I don't know? It looked like it was a mobile game or something. I don't know.
I think there is a Gears mobile game. I could be wrong. I think that's what I think that's what the Gears Pop is meant to be.
Yeah, the Gears Pop is the mobile game.
Yeah.
All right, so the one we're playing as a chick is a mobile game, right?
Oh no, that one's console.
Oh, they had me confused. And I thought that was. Oh.
No, yeah, that's
All
the
right.
actual proper Gears game.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that woman and that's the actual Gears game.
I thought they said it was a mobile or like something like not on console or something.
That was the Pop one, the one before it. But yeah, I mean, people were happy for it who play Gears, so good for them. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't
I
care.
haven't played since the second one.
Fair enough.
The second one, that was it.
Any you guys got any more thoughts before we move on to the last game for Microsoft?
Hopefully they show the Alien Queen, the Locust Queen. They can kill her, or maybe they already did. I don't know.
Okay.
In the Gears games, that's about it.
Okay. All right, moving on to the last one, which I'm sure a lot of people are like, what the hell happened? Cyberpunk took over the screen. Alright, so people apparently have been looking forward to this game anyway, and then they saw the trailer, and then they're like, even more people are looking forward to it. So, alright, Jamie, well, the floor is yours. Tell me about it, I guess. Or tell me your thoughts about it, I should say.
Well, for one, it's not what I expected. Although that's even better than I thought it was going to be. Because basically, it's a first-person game, so obviously, if you don't like first-person games, it might not interest you.
Uh-huh.
And it's like that will have heavy RPG elements in it. Because I don't know if any of you have played Witcher.
No.
I know what it is.
Yeah, basically, it's by them, the guys who made Witcher.
Oh, okay.
And Witcher is actually like a old novel from, well, not old, but like a novel from Poland by this Polish guy. And this is another, I don't know who it's by, but yeah, so it's basically an adaptation of that. And it's basically an FPS with like heavy RPG elements.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
That looks so good.
So is the company CD Projekt Red?
Yeah.
Okay.
CD Projekt
The
Red.
only reason I know that is, ironically enough, I have the Witcher Wild Hunt poster on my wall. And I just looked
Oh,
at it.
Enemy GX.
So you
Yeah.
look at it right now.
I literally just turned around and I was like, funny you mentioned that. Let me have a look. And there's the project. So, alright. I mean, The Witcher looked interesting to me, but I've never tried it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the game's good.
a lot of people are excited for Cyberpunk. So, I'd say, hopefully it'll be a good game. Hopefully it'll be a good game. And it, lives up to it. It's obviously like a very futuristic game. Like, it's all about robots and stuff. Kind of reminds me of Detroit. Detroit Become Human and stuff. So, but yeah, all right. So that's it for Microsoft. My God, that went on for a while. This
Like 30 minutes.
this shouldn't take too long though. I don't have much to say about this. I don't know about you guys, but Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Yep, Bethesda. Now I'm trying to think. There was one game that Elijah Wood actually announced, but I can't remember what conference it was on. It was either Xbox or it was Sony, I think. But forgive me, I can't remember what the name of the game was. I think it was Sony. So I guess I'll wait for that. But moving on back on the Bethesda, Rage 2. Never played a Rage game.
Played the first one. That's alright.
It was alright. Yeah, you interested at all with Rage 2?
That does seem interesting. It's not like a top of my radar sort of game, but I will probably give it a go when it comes out.
Okay.
The first one wasn't like fantastic. That's just basically average, really. But
You can
I'm surprised they're actually making it, to be honest.
you can get angry and do things. Yeah, unleash your rage. What is this? Kratos from God of War?
Pretty much, I guess.
I kid. I don't know. I've never played a Rage game, so I have no thoughts on it. Alright then, moving on to Elder Scrolls Online. I have no thoughts on it, to be honest. I've not played an Elder Scrolls game, but the actual games are fine, but I don't know about this online thing.
I swear it already came out like years ago. Maybe I'm thinking of Star Wars.
Content, basically.
Yeah, I think this is just more content.
Oh.
I think that's all that is. Yeah. I think people were more interested in the next Elder Scrolls game, which I think is Elder Scrolls 6 or something? Or 5?
Yeah.
I don't know.
6.
Yeah, there's a lot. I swear there's a lot of 6s being announced.
Six.
Yeah,
confirmed.
I'm starting to think it's something's confirmed there, definitely. But I mean, people like Skyrim, people like Oblivion. I know Mark loves Oblivion. Well, he did. I don't know if he still does. But so yeah, I've still yet to play one. I do want to try one at some point. Like, I can't really say I tried it at EGX because that was literally like 3 or 4 minutes. I didn't get very long to play it, so I can't really say much. Honestly, it just kind of reminds me of Dragon Age, in a way. But again, I literally have only played like a few minutes. So, I mean, again, I hope it's good. Elder Scrolls fans will be happy, I suppose. More happy for that than online, I guess. They show more gears, like actual gears. I don't think there's much to really say about that, because we've already talked about that. Now, the one thing that even I could say was like, that's interesting, was a classic first-person shooter, Doom 2. Second Doom game, which a lot of people was not expecting. So that was, again, as another, if I had to say anything for Bethesda, that was probably the game that people cared about the most, was, oh, hey, there's a Doom 2. And people seem to really like the Doom reboot, or Doom 2016, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I still need to play that, to be honest.
I mean, again, I can appreciate an old classic game like that. So people seem to be happy about it. We didn't really see much, but I think it is continuing from Doom 2016. I think it's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you like Doom 1, you get the sequel. So that's neat.
Still need to play that one.
No. I do want to try it, and this is coming from someone who doesn't really play FPSs, so they must be doing something right, I guess. Maybe one day.
Gonna stream it.
Maybe, who knows? That's all I do
That'd be- that'd be-
that's all I do these days. So probably. But
That'd be awesome.